Yes, I'll get the cat food. Oh, hi, I didn't see you come in. My name is Nathan, a workforce facilitator here at the Pennsylvania CareerLink South Central region. Did you ever have to write a resume and didn't know where to get started? That's a pretty common feeling. Today we're going to talk about some of the more common resume questions that we get here at the CareerLink and try to answer them to the best of our ability. In addition, if there are further questions that we don't answer here today but you're interested in, please comment in the section below and we'll try to get to them in later videos. Question 1. What should be on my resume? Think of your resume as a marketing document selling yourself as the perfect candidate for the position that you're applying for. Don't feel the need to include every single job that you've ever had, your entire work history. Just include those positions, accomplishments, and skills that make you the best candidate for the position you're applying for. This is called tailoring your resume. When you tailor your resume, you're trying to match your resume to the position that you're applying for. However, with every resume, you still want to include the following sections. Personal information. We want to hear your name, your phone number, your address, and your email address. Work history. If you have work history that's relevant, please include it in this section. Third, education. Any sort of educational accomplishments or achievements, including certifications and licenses. And last, accomplishments and skills. This is where you're going to put awards, any sort of tech achievements that you've made, any sort of accomplishments or skills that aren't necessarily listed under education or work history. Question number 2. How do I write a resume if I have minimal work experience? Writing a resume with minimal work experience can seem overwhelming. If you don't have much of a work history, emphasize your educational achievements, including certifications and relevant projects you've worked on. In addition, you may use a summary here with your working skills and working strengths. This is called a functional resume and shows that you can adapt or learn in a new position despite minimal work experience. Question number 3, how should I format my resume? Keep it simple. The key to formatting a resume is to make it readable for the hiring manager. This means maintaining simple fonts such as Calibri, Arial, and Times New Roman, and standard size fonts and spacing, 12 to 14 size font and 1.5 to 2 spacing. In addition, your resume should be consistent. This means that if you have a certain kind of bullet for one section, you should use the same bullet for all the sections. If you use a certain size font for headings or certain details, use the same size font in all your sections for those details. The key here is that you want to maintain the same fonts, sizes, spacing, and be consistent throughout. This will make sure the hiring manager finds it readable and will finish the resume. Question number 4, how do I explain gaps in my work history? Gaps in your work history can be scary, but you can talk about them in a relevant way that makes you appealing to future employers. Talk about the time you spent away and the skills you gained. For example, you took time off to be an at-home mother and gain the skills of multitasking and organization. Then you can jump into your work history, including any part-time or volunteer work. Gaps in a work history are not a deal breaker. Many people take on responsibilities outside of work that develop their skills and their growth just as much as work would. Question number 5, how do I make sure my resume is the best it can be? The answer is proofread, 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 and then proofread some more. The key to your best resume is that you proofread for mistakes and typos. Do not rely entirely on grammar and spell check. Look at your resume, take time away, and then come back and look at it even more closely. Ask a friend or family member to take a look at it. It will give you an outside perspective. Sometimes the difference between getting an interview and not getting an interview are the small mistakes we make on a resume. So be sure to proofread the best you possibly can. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. Hit the like button if this was useful to you, and subscribe to our channel for tips, tricks, and updates from Pennsylvania CareerLink South Central region. If you have a question we weren't able to cover today, please comment below and we'll try to get to it in a future video.